Hi, this is Dan from Humboldt here with Bill McRae. Bill, you're in the sales department, and I know you deal with customers. And now, what I really wanted to get at today, once customers have booked their moves, all right, they're in the process of actually committing and really starting the exact details of what's going to occur. What are some of the most common questions you hear out there?
Well, at that point, usually we start to talk about the scheduling for the move, and usually when somebody is managing a move and leaving the area, they've already determined what day they want to load. And then the first question they come up with is, if I load on that day, when can I have my things delivered to me? How quick can that happen?
Right. Yeah, that's a good question, because I know there are regulations and stuff when drivers drive in interstate. So, I mean, how do you go about answering that question?
Okay, well, basically, any shipment based on the size of the shipment and where it's headed to will be given a delivery spread. And what that means is that there's a window of days, a very short window, where we will assign the shipment to a truck, and that truck is scheduled to be in that area during that delivery window. So it could be that if you load on Monday, your delivery window will be that you'll receive your shipment from Wednesday to Friday or something like that. But we set up a window of days as the shipment is being assigned to a van when we can commit to the shipment arriving during that time frame.
All right, so if I understand correctly, you know, I'm the shipper. I have an exact date that I'm moving out, that you establish. But say I'm moving to Florida, I have a range of dates where it's going to arrive in Florida, not an exact date.
Right.
Now,
on a typical shipment, if it was, you know, let's say 5 or 6 rooms full of furniture, you might be told, we're going to load the shipment and then we'll deliver it to you. The delivery window will be 7 to 10 days. And that means it could arrive on the 7th day, but depending on what else is traveling on the van with that shipment, it could be as late as the 8th or 9th or even the 10th day. And as we're working closer to getting that shipment assigned to the van and putting it with other shipments, we're aiming towards your preferred dates. We're trying to accommodate everybody's preferred dates that's on the shipment or on the van. And as we get closer and we know what else it's traveling with and what the schedule for that van will be, we'll be able to narrow that window slightly and be more specific about your delivery date.
Now, I know this is something surprising, you know, for anybody who's never moved interstate before. It's always surprising to kind of hear it. I don't know exactly when my goods will arrive, but now that, you know, say you've been given the 7 to 10 days, I mean, what sort of advice would you have to somebody that's going to be, you know, essentially without their goods for a range of days?
Well, really the best advice is to plan for either case scenario, where it could be the 7th day or it could be the 10th day. And as I said, as we get closer to it, we'll give you as much information as possible to make those smaller detailed plans and arrangements. But really, be prepared for either. It could get down there 7 days. You need to be there within that delivery window so that if the truck arrives on the 7th day, you're there. If it arrives on the 10th day, you're there. But really be prepared for either.
And of course, I mean, you can carry some of the most essential stuff that you'll need during that time with you, and that's probably a good idea, I would assume.
Right, exactly. As you're packing your own personal items and whatnot, be aware that you very likely are going to be 7, 8, 9 days without your furnishings.
Great, that's great advice, and I know, again, that's a tough topic for people to understand, but if you're moving interstate, something you really should think about and consider, because that's going to be the reality.
Right, and it's a big point that you want to have clarified all the way through and be aware of, you know, what can be expected.
Great. Thanks a lot, Bill.
No trouble.